Fixer family, it's Charmin, and if this is the first time to my channel, welcome. I'm so glad that you are here. Consider sticking around a while and becoming a part of the Fixer family by hitting the subscribe button right down there. We would love to have you. Now today's video is going to be a fun one. We have got 3 pumpkin DIYs for your fall decor. Welcome to Fixin' 2. First thing that I'm going to need, of course, is my Rust-Oleum. This is the American Accents, the primer and paint in one. Love this product completely. And of course you see it is the color Real Orange. And so I'm getting ready to spray paint what we need here. And of course we're going to be using these rings from mason jars. So I'm excited to get this started, so let's get to painting. Here are the additional supplies that you're going to need for this project. Of course, 12 painted mason jar lids, hot glue, and you'll need some sticks. I just got these out of the woods behind our house. Using some leaves from the leftover project, some burnt umber, apple barrel acrylic paint. You'll need a pair of scissors and a paintbrush and a piece of floral wire. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the mason jar lids and just put them together going in the same direction. We'll then take the piece of floral wire and just, you might have to adjust them just a little bit, but you want to try to get them as tight as you can with that floral wire. Just twist it up really good and make sure everything adjust properly, and then just cut the excess off. Now we're going to take our burnt umber paint. You don't need very much of it, but we're just going to do a dry brush technique on the pumpkin to make it look a little weathered. It doesn't take very much, but just enough to give it that look. Once we have that ready, then we're going to take a piece of our stick that we had gotten and just hot glue it to the center. Now that hot glue is also going to help make the rings a little more steady. But now we're just choosing which leaf we think looks the best, and we'll get that hot glued on there. Now these are the supplies for our fabric pumpkins. You'll need 2 of these styrofoam carvable pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. And I'm using the Apple Barrel acrylic paint in the color white, but you can use chalk paint or really any white paint is fine. I also picked up this pack of 5 different fabrics. I got this at Walmart. I believe it was $7.88 for these 5 different patterns. I think they're 18 by 21 inches. Also, we're going to be using some raffia I got at the Dollar Tree, paint brushes, some more of those sticks and leaves, and then of course a knife to carve those pumpkins and some scissors. So the first thing we're going to do is paint our pumpkin. Now I'm going to use, like I said, the acrylic paint, and I'm going to be using 2 coats of this acrylic paint. The reason for this is to make sure that the orange doesn't show through when you put your fabric onto the pumpkin. Now this is what the pumpkin looks like after 2 coats of the acrylic paint. So now we're ready to carve. We're going to take the little stem off. It has like a little toothpick that holds the stem on. And you're just going to carve it like you would a regular pumpkin. They're hollow on the inside. And I'm just laying out my fabric with the pattern side down and just taking and tucking it into the hole that's in the center. Now I like all of the little pleating around the edges. You can do this however suits you, but this is exactly what I did. I just took each corner, bunched it up, and tucked it in the middle. So now we're ready to put our stick and choose the leaf that we want for this particular pumpkin. And I also used the twine cording that I had gotten from Walmart. I just tied it around the stem. I like the way it looked, but you can use the raffia as you see in the other pumpkin there. And you just basically hot glue it in the center of the pumpkin after you get it like you like it. Here are the supplies for our last pumpkin DIY. You need these ornaments that you get from the Dollar Tree, these pumpkin ornaments. They also come with this pieces of twine that you will use. You also need some jute cording. This is a 2-ply that I got from Walmart. And of course we're using the Apple Barrel acrylic paint again in the color Pure, I believe it's called Pure Orange or Pumpkin Orange, the burnt umber and a nutmeg umber, and then of course we're using chalk paint in the color Ivory. So here's what the finished product will look like once they're painted, and we wind up doing 5 in the orange and 5 in the ivory. In painting each one of these pumpkins, I left the stem unpainted because we're going to go back in and paint those with the burnt umber acrylic paint. we are going to go ahead and paint the stems, and also note that we only put one coat of the orange and one coat of the ivory. So now what we're doing with the two different color browns is we're mixing those, and we're doing a dry brush technique on them. Creating the little lines and to make it look more like a pumpkin, and then just using the paintbrush to dry brush some rustic looking to make these look a little farmhouse rustic. Now we're going to take the little twine that came with each one of these little pumpkins and just thread it through the hole that's in the stem, and we're going to create a loop at the top of each one of these pumpkins so that we can thread it on a piece of our twine cord so that we can hang this and create that beautiful garland. Now that all of our pumpkins have the little loop at the top, we're going to cut our twine and just begin to thread each one of them on there. As you see, I'm doing them variegated ivory, orange, to create that beautiful garland. Well guys, these were so fun to make and so easy, and I think that out of the three of them, my favorite one is going to be the fabric pumpkins. Let me know down in the comment section below which one was your favorite pumpkin. Number 1, which was the mason jar lids, number 2, which was the fabric pumpkins, or number 3, the garland pumpkins. Of course, I do like all three of them very much, and they are definitely in my fall decor this year. But I would like to hear from you guys, and I'm hoping and believing that you guys will be able to find all of these items, or at least the one that you want to make, either from the Dollar Tree, Walmart, wherever. I'll link my haul that I did last week up in the iCards above so that you guys can see all of the fun things that I got and kind of give you a hint and clue of the projects that I do have coming up. So stay tuned for all of those. Make sure that you're subscribed, and you've also hit that notification bell that's right next to it so that you're notified each time I upload new videos, and you'll be able to do these tutorials and DIYs along with me. Also, remember, I do a tutorial, a DIY video for you every Friday, so that notification bell will let you know when that video is uploaded. So guys, you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and always remember to keep looking up, because that's where it all is. I'll see you on the next video.